You're listening to the 214th edition of the Bitachon podcast. We are on passuk Tes of Perek Kuf Yud Ches of Tehillim. It says, "Toiv lachasois b'Hashem." It's better to trust in Hashem b'toich b'nedivim. Last week we spoke about the fact that the nedivim are the malachim, the angels of compassion, but it's better to go straight to Hashem. We spoke about how to get there through chesed, through vitur, through forgiving people. And it acquires for us and for Am Yisrael awesome spiritual protection. I'd like to go back to the pasuk shot of the passuk. We're going to talk about Bitachon here, regular Bitachon. And we're going to, again, it's amazing how you can have the same exact pasuk. And you can have, some people talk about it in terms of Bitachon, only Hashem, only Hashem, only Hashem. And then you can have some of the Meforshim talk about Bitachon in terms of making sure that I'm including Hashem when I'm going to get help from somebody, from a person, not forgetting about Hashem. So let's see. The first one that we're going to start off with is from the Nachlis Yaakov. And he says like this. He brings the Medrash Sheicher Tov. Toiv lachasois b'Hashem b'toich b'nedivim. It's better to trust in Hashem than to trust in Nedivim, generous people. Shekain David Omer al tivtachu b'nedivim. The Medrash says, we find that King David says, don't trust in generous people. Don't put your trust in generous people. V'hu tamua, says the Nachlas Yaakov, this is very difficult to understand. Akavona nira, it seems to me that the idea here is ki chisayon nemar al davar hamegin mitzara. That whenever we talk about chisayon, which means to trust in Hashem, it means to place myself under His protection. I want Him to be my shield. Shield me from difficulty, from oppression. Kamai, l'machso, l'mister mizera mimata. The passuk refers to the sukkah, interestingly, which is talking about that future protection Hashem is going to return to us, which maybe it's now. But there's going to be a protection that's placed over us, just like in the midbar, in the wilderness. Hashem protected us from our enemies and from the elements with the Anonei HaKavod, with the clouds of glory. So Hashem in the future and in the times of Mashiach is going to protect us in a supernatural way. And the way, the passuk refers to that as machse, that Hashem is, He shades us, or we place our trust in Him, and it protects us from wind and rain. So that's the root of the word chisayon, which means to trust. So it's preventing any kind of damage, preventing any kind of danger. Bitachon nemar kishabeitecha davar toiv sheyagia liyadai. Bitachon means that I trust that something good is going to come. So chisayon is protection from something negative, and bitachon is trusting that good things are on the way. The Nachlas Yaakov goes in the kav of the Madregas Adam, the altar of Navardik, and he says that trusting in a human being is very bad. The pasuk in Yirmiyah says, cursed is the person who trusts in a human being. We could talk about ishtadlus, no ishtadlus. We could talk about involving ourselves with other people, etc. But pasuk says it's not good. It's really not good. In any event, even if I get what I want from a human being, from another person, his gift is small, and the embarrassment is great. So the gift of a person, of a human being, is bad and it's bitter. This is what the pasuk means when it says it's better to trust in Hashem. We said chisayon means that I'm asking for protection. I'm trusting in Hashem that He will protect me. He says a huge chiddush in the pasuk. He says that the book is saying, Toiv lachasois b'Hashem mi b'toich b'nedivim, means it's good to ask Hashem for protection from the mistaken trust in human beings. Hashem, protect me that I shouldn't trust in people. Amazing pshat. Umem mi betoyach, the mem of mi betoyach, from trusting, in a mem hayutar. And it's not saying that it's better to trust in Hashem than to trust in a human being. Ki mem sheshimushe min. It doesn't mean, it means protect me from the protection of human beings. This thing that's trusting in a human being, please protect me from that. Let me not fall into that trap. And the Medrash, if we understand the Medrash correctly, he says that the Medrash is bringing a proof to the fact that we're coming to say, protect me from trusting in people. In the Pashup Pshat, it sounds like it's better to trust in Hashem than to trust in humans, but it's good to also trust in humans if you need to. Don't think that, says the Nachlas Yaakov. Don't think that it means that trusting in Hashem is just better. That can't be. King David says, don't trust in human beings, meaning that's bad. And like we saw in the passuk in Yirmiyahu, the person who trusts in human beings is cursed. So it must be that the correct understanding is that it's saying, Hashem, protect me from trusting in human beings. Don't let me fall into that trap. Don't let me fall into the trap of I can do it, or someone else is going to protect me. Only you, Hashem. Only you. I only want protection from you. Protect me and help me, and let me not make any mistake about it. Let me not fall into the trap of trusting anybody else, any other human being. Okay, so that's the first pshat that he brings here. And now we're going to see some other pshatim which are, all the way on the other side of the spectrum, which has to do with the approach to a situation where I do need to trust in human beings. Okay, so we have to kind of suspend what we just heard. Important understanding, important ideal. We want to be going for that ideal. But we're also human, and we are on a spectrum. Sometimes we are holding there by that ideal, and sometimes we're not. Sometimes we feel like we need to get help from somebody else. How do we approach it when we do ask others for help? The Meiri says, Rabim avakshim p'nei Moshe l'Hashem ishpodish. Brings a passuk in Mishlei, Perek Chavtes, passuk Chavav, Proverbs 29:26. Passuk says, there are many who request the face of the leader, of the ruler. You go to somebody and you want to get their help. This person maybe has money. Maybe this person is a boss, has a job. You go in front of somebody who has power. But the pasuk says, King Solomon says, Me Hashem mishparish, that it's from Hashem, the judgment of a human being. It's awakening us that we need to make sure that our trust is only in Hashem. That is the highest aspect. This is the best midah that we can have. This is the most important and deepest thing that we're after. The Gra says this is what the world is all about. This is all of the mitzvahs. The entire purpose of everything is Bitachon. It's to have faith in Hashem, to trust in Hashem. What it's saying is similar to our passuk that we're discussing, that it's better to trust in Hashem than to trust in the Nedivim. What does it mean? In life, there are times when we need to ask somebody for help. We need to go to the boss. We need to deal with people who have power over us. You can't get around it. There's no way to get around it. whether it's because we need help for problems, whether it's because there's been some kind of wrong that was done to us, but for whatever reason. So even though I'm coming in front of this person, because I want to get help from them, because I need my request to be fulfilled. In all of these cases, that's not really what it is. We have to be careful. There's a surface level and there's a deeper level. On the surface, it looks like I'm coming for help to this person. But we must always remember it's not that person. It's never that person. It looks like I am asking for this person to judge my case and to bring justice. I am looking for the President of the United States to come in and destroy the nuclear program. It looks like that's what it is, but the judgment does not come from him. The judgment comes from Hashem. He is just an agent. It's amazing to watch the leaders keep invoking the name of Hashem throughout what's going on here. Amazing. But it's a reminder for us. Don't trust in the dollar. In God we trust. That's what it says on the dollar. Don't forget. Don't forget. It's Hashem who's going to awaken the heart of the king to do your will, to help you, to destroy Fordo and their nuclear program. Passuk says in Mishlei Chaf Aleph, Pasuk Aleph, the waters flow. You see the tributaries of the water, where do they come from? They come from a root. The heart of the kings is in the hands of Hashem. Hashem is the root, He's the king of all kings. That means that He's the one guiding everything that happens in this world. He is the one showing the kings what they should do, guiding them, blessing them, inspiring them. Their hearts are in Hashem's hands. Hashem pushes the heart in this direction or that direction. Hashem gives them an intuitive thought that guides them and affects the entire world. And we're watching it with our very eyes, and it's unbelievable. But that's how Hashem does it. So when I come in front of somebody who has power over me, over my life, I have to remember that the power of that individual is not theirs. It's only Hashem. It's only Hashem. So I want to go directly to Hashem. It's not really a contradiction, the first understanding, the second understanding. I want to go only to you, Hashem. I want to remain in Bitachon. I want to remain in connection to you, Hashem. At every moment, anytime I'm getting any benefit from any human being, I'm coming back to you. I'm reminding myself it's only you. Einay levadai. Every single thing in the world. It's only you, Hashem. Shari Chaim says a similar idea. How many times does this happen that I need to go to the doorway of a human being, of a person, ask them for help? Please help me. Hashem will bless you in all that you do. Which means to say, all that you're doing, there's an interaction, there's something that I'm doing. I'm involved in the world. Right? 6 days a week, I'm working. How am I going to have success with that? It's only from Hashem. It happens that when a person's in trouble, they knock on the doors, they walk into the shul, they say, help me out. And you go to somebody who it's clear that they're having siyata d'shmaya in this moment. In this moment, that person, they're rich, or they're successful, or they have the answers, or they have the thing that would seem to be what you need. You go to that person, even when a person has to go to another human being, and to a generous person, he says, in that moment where I'm going to somebody else, I'm thinking the whole time that it's only Hashem who's going to help me. Lemor bertzeis Hashem Yahweh Eliezer v'Yeshua. To say that if Hashem wants it, I'm going to have that help. I'm going to have that salvation. If Hashem wants me to have that help. Al yedei b'nei adam nedivayam. By the human beings who are generous. This is what it means. It is good to be chaysa in Hashem, to trust in Hashem, to come under the wings of God's shade. Which means to say, Hashem, help me have grace in their eyes. When I ask for help me have chen, help me have grace. Help them feel like they should give me a free gift. Hashem, you be the one to place that feeling in their hearts. When a person is involved in that act of asking a human being for something, my eyes are up. The person's in front of me and my eyes are up. I'm looking at the sky. I'm asking Hashem for help. When a person is having bitachon, when a person is walking into a situation where they need to ask somebody for help, this is just a shliach, he's just an agent. It's you, Hashem, that I need to ask for help. It's you that Hashem is going to help me, maybe through this agent. Alter of Navardik says, it's not a chisarn in bitachon, it's not a lack in one's bitachon to think that someone might help you. But to think that this is the only person who can help me, that's a chisarn in bitachon. This is not the only person who Hashem can send. God has many messengers. There's not only one person who can help me. It's all you, Hashem. I'm not in charge of the results. I'm not in charge of whether or not I'm going to be successful getting whatever I need from this person. It's Hashem, it's you. The Al-Shikh says, Atem b'nei Yisrael asu tshuva. Interesting. How do we gain an audience with Hashem? How do we get our bitachon to work, so to speak? Last week we talked about forgiving people. We talked about doing chesed with people from the Chavetz Chaim, doing kindness. He says, the Al-Shikh says, do tshuva. Come back to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You want to get into a good space, a bitachon feeling. My Avera blocks me, not so much because Hashem can't do anything for me if I'm doing an Avera. My Avera blocks me because I stop believing that I deserve it. Not because I don't. Hashem doesn't make conditions on bitachon. But I do. So a path into receiving Hashem's help is tshuva. Fixing the mistakes that I've made. Getting rid of my mistakes. And it also means, hey, I did good stuff. I gave tzedakah, I gave charity. I've accomplished things. I've helped out Am Yisrael. I've taught some Divrei Torah. I've got some zchusim, I got some merits on which to rely. There are generous people that have done tzedakah in my community. Maybe I can rely on their righteousness. We do find that, Am Yisrael is redeemed because of the tzedakah that they do, because of the charity. Pasuk says in Yeshaya, Perek Nun Daled, Pasuk Yudaled, that we are prepared for redemption through tzedakah, through charity. So maybe I can depend on the charity that I've done or that my community has done. We've done lots of good stuff. I'm saying don't trust in your own merits. Don't think that the good that you've done is enough to help you, to save you. Because it means it's better to trust in Hashem than to trust in a human being, in another person, in yourself, the good that you've done. Don't trust in your own good. Don't trust in those, don't think that my merits are great enough to get me what I need, for my bitachon to work, for the salvation to come, for the redemption to come. Maybe it's going to help that the merit of those who've done charity is going to help. Trust in Hashem. Go back to Hashem. Do tshuva. Keep searching deeper inside of yourself for that purity, for that connection. When I do an avera, I've disconnected myself from Hashem. I've placed a block, a wall between Hashem's light and myself. Take away the walls. Maybe I made a hole on this side with the tzedakah I gave, or maybe somebody else helped me out, pulled down a piece of the wall elsewhere, but let's get rid of the wall all the way, so that my bitachon, my connection to Him, which is really what bitachon is about, so that my bitachon is complete, so my connection is real, so that I'm in a place where I feel right, where I feel like I'm doing what's right. Let's work on this. Thank you so much for listening. See you again next time.